Peace, family. Today I'm going to be talking about how I used running to strengthen my self-discipline. And just for context, I've been running on average about a 5K a week for the last 3 or so months. Okay. And for additional context, I hate running, right? So I'm going to be talking about, my journey with running, the benefits I've seen, how it's helped me with my discipline and other areas of life in general, right? So I've always hated running. For some reason, I just never enjoyed it. I ran cross country in middle school, when I was like a kid. And only reason I did that because we were forced to, because, the basketball team was forced to run cross country, in middle school. But I've never really enjoyed running. And, for the last few years, I've been consistent in the gym as far as lifting and, weight training, right? But I've always shied away from, cardio and running. And when I would do cardio, it would be majority of time the Stairmaster, right? That was my form of cardio. That was my cardio of choice. But it was never running, okay? So just to kind of give you guys some context. Now, a few months ago, a few friends of mine, we started an accountability group. And in the accountability group, we basically have goals that we set for the week, and we meet weekly live on Zoom, and we go over our goals, and we hold each other to a high standard and hold each other accountable. But one part of the accountability group is if you do not complete all of your goals for the week, there's a punishment that you have to do, okay? And a few months ago, I did not complete my goals for the week, and my punishment was to run a 10K, okay? And again, for context, before this, I don't remember the last time I ran at all. Besides really, really short runs. So the punishment being a 10K was kind of crazy to me. And just to kind of give y'all some insight, in the moment when, my friends told me what the punishment was, I started to kind of make, different excuses about, doing the 10K in my head. This was all in my head. But eventually, I told my friend, man, fuck it. Because it was actually, the punishment was 2 5K runs. But I decided, I was like, fuck it, man, I'm just going to run a 10K, right? So ended up running the 10K. It was extremely difficult, extremely hard. Stopped, definitely multiple times throughout the 10K. So I didn't just run the whole thing straight, right? So that's where my running journey began, from a punishment. But something clicked that day when I did run that 10K. And it just felt so good to be able to accomplish that, right? There's something, and we'll get to the benefits of running later, but, when you do something hard that you don't want to do and you accomplish it and you complete it, you feel great about yourself, okay? And that's what sparked my running journey. And from then, I've kind of made it a standard to run a 5K a week, right? That's my standard currently, all right? And, over the past couple of months, just kind of been trying to become a better runner, right? And today I actually ran a 5K straight without any stops for the first time, right? I usually somewhere in the run may take a quick break and start walking and catch my breath. But today I actually ran the 5K straight. So, I'm definitely happy and proud about that. Okay. But when it comes to running, the thing that I get from it the most is it's the inner dialogue that you're having with yourself. Right? Because a lot of times, a lot of parts of my run, my body wanted to stop. My body wanted to take a break. Okay? But you're able to build this mental toughness and this mental strength to where if you're able to continue to push yourself throughout that run, right? Because remember, you know, our mind and our body are trained for survival. They're designed for survival, I should say. So your body, you know, wants to preserve life. So it wants to stop you because it thinks, you know, right? It wants to take a break because its body's doing so much work. But if you're able to continue to push yourself throughout that run, you really start to build this mental toughness, this confidence, this self-belief in yourself as well. And you also are able to strengthen that self-talk and inner dialogue with yourself as well. Okay? And that's really, really important on this journey towards achievement, accomplishment, success, whatever it is that we may be chasing, because you have to be able to trust yourself in tough moments. You have to be able to continue to push through when things are challenging, when things are uncomfortable, when you may be experiencing pain and discomfort. So running is something that you can deliberately force yourself to go through some form of adversity. It's basically adversity training in the sense because you're pushing your body to its limits. And, you know, for some people that enjoy running, maybe they have a different perspective. Maybe it's just something, maybe people that enjoy running, maybe it's like me playing basketball or just weightlifting. So they may not have the same perspective. But for me, because I dislike it and because, you know, I don't really enjoy it, this is just what the benefits for me. Okay. And when it comes to just like, not only like the mindset and the mental benefits and the mental clarity and the self-talk and all of these mindset benefits, like the physical and health benefits as well, right? Now, here are some of the health benefits, right? So it says it's the strongest thing you can do for your heart and longevity. Strongest thing you can do for your heart and longevity. Okay? And that actually links to, you know, another fact here that says you have a longer lifespan and lower risk of nearly every major disease, right? So running is linked directly to a longer lifespan and lower risk of nearly every major disease as well. It also releases dopamine and serotonin naturally. Okay, so it's better than most things people use to feel good, like drugs, like alcohol, like, you know, TV, entertainment, just pure consumption, right? Reduces cortisol over time, meaning less anxiety, better sleep, and sharper thinking as well. It also increases VO2 max, so your body becomes more efficient at everything. Okay, so on this journey towards evolution, personal development, self-actualization, on this journey, obviously our mindset and our physical health are very, very important. Okay, and if you can have something that greatly benefits both of those things, and you actually care about personal development, then why not implement that thing into your life that's going to benefit your mindset and your physical health? And that's what running does. Okay, so you don't have to be a marathon runner. Like I said, I only run a 5K a week. It takes me 35 to 40 minutes to do that. I'm not the best, runner. I'm trying to actually get my 5K time down under 30 minutes. I'm in the process of doing that now, right? But even if you start out with running 2K, 3K, right? Work your way up. Just do it. right? Even if it's 30 minutes, even if you start with walking, but we all know the benefits of exercising, right? But, I think, running has really, really positively benefited me. And, something that I'm going to continue to do, even though I dislike it. All right. And I urge everybody to, try it out as well. Right. And it also makes you, burns calories. It makes you more lean. The benefits are endless. Right. But I just wanted to share that with you all. And I hope this video was helpful. And, if you do want to strengthen your discipline, if you want to, be more mentally sharp, improve your mindset, your self-talk, your self-belief, your confidence, if you want to, increase your health, try running. All right. Much love, everybody. Peace, love, and abundance. Until the next one.